Oh, okay. Man, what a night. Okay, we are back. Royal Rumble review. Welcome to the show. We're gonna come back with the audio form tonight, but we got a special guest. We're gonna do the Royal Rumble. We have people on this time. I haven't watched it at someone's house, so please introduce yourself to the show.
Alright, yes, my name is Kyle Coleman, and I've been a long fan of wrestling since, I would say, like 98. And I'm glad to be on the show, Bryce, and thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you, because there is a lot to discuss about the Royal Rumble last night. If you want to check out my NXT TakeOver Phoenix review, please go to my channel, Master Price 890 on YouTube, and check that out. But we're not here to talk about NXT TakeOver Phoenix. I did that yesterday on my own. You can see the video review up right now. But we are here for the Royal Rumble. Long night, am I right?
Oh, yes. And it was like a super long show. I was very surprised at how long this show was. And to be honest, I was kind of burned out.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like that when we watched fucking SummerSlam and stuff back months ago. Because that was a long show, too. Because we sat from 4 o'clock p.m. all the way to 11 o'clock at nighttime.
Hey, yes, I guess that's what they're going to start doing for the Big Four pay-per-views. They're going to just have this super long show. They try to make it a little different from the other pay-per-views that they have. Because they already have like a 4-hour pay-per-view for all the other ones.
Yes.
So I think that's what they try to do for this one. Like all the Big Four pay-per-views, they're going to be at least like 7 hours long. Which people don't need that much wrestling. And, WWE needs to really kind of, scale back on that.
True. Because, it's just the show quality, to be honest. Because you could have a long show and everything, but I'm not saying this one, a majority of it sucked or anything. But even I would believe it's just way too fucking long, okay? This show, it was, like, long tonight. Like, really long, that I was ready to get to the main event, just to get through it, because I was just ready to get to the Royal Rumble, okay? I was ready, and I was just a little bit spent after a while, because you're sitting there, like I said before, you're sitting there from 4 o'clock p.m., and you're just sitting there hour by hour. This is the pre-show, we're talking about 4 o'clock, and that's 2 hours. You get to the main show, you get, like I said, you get, not the main one, but like I said, when you get to the main show, that's like 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock then. So there you go. So it's just long. Like it's really long. Okay. I'm not saying everything was enjoyable tonight. Like some parts were, some parts weren't. There was some fun things. I'm gonna get to this fucking crowd because this Phoenix crowd. Listen.
Yeah. No more shows in Phoenix. No more shows in Phoenix.
Yeah, how about no more shows at a damn baseball stadium? How about that? Like we did it at a freaking baseball stadium, which I'm surprisingly, sold out. But stage present wise, it wasn't a big stage like they've done in the past. They came from the baseball dugout and just ran like a long way to the ring. It reminded me of WrestleMania 19 of how that stage was set up at the time. I think it was in one of the Royal Rumbles too. They did that before.
I just remember the WrestleMania 19, and I just checked that out like not too long ago. I remember what you were talking about.
Yes, WrestleMania 19, because it was just like it reminded me of that stage presence. But getting to the first show or the first match of this show tonight, which was a match that was called at the last minute. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus. Was it Razor or was it Akam?
They were Razor.
Yeah, Razor, because Akam is hurt, and Scott Dawson of the Revival.
This match confused me. I did not understand why they even had to have this match anyway. If the finish, it was going to be the finish anyway. It was a nice match. Of course, you're gonna have those 4 guys in the ring. You're gonna have a decent match. But even though it was a decent match, it didn't need to be on the card. Yes. Especially when you had the finish like that. And you knew that Bobby and Chad Gable were going to win. What was the point of having that with the stipulation like that too?
Yes, definitely. Because I saw the match before I even came over here, and I said, why is this match need to happen? Like, seriously, at this point, and I knew Scott Dawson was taking the pin. Like, come on, anybody could see that coming. Like, no one really believed, like, this makeshift tag team, because you got one hurt, and then I don't even know where the fuck Dash Wilder was. You just knew Rude and Cable were already going over. Like, the tag team division is dead on Raw as it is, really. And I'm going to get into the SmackDown one later on also. But just watching this felt a waste of time. Did it really need to happen? I even said to myself, like, how many times we gotta bury the fucking Revival till they go to AEW, since everyone wants to say that now, which I just don't know why they don't get these guys.
Everybody going to AEW.
Oh, everyone's going to AEW. Every day I read, it's a report about AEW. AEW.
Somebody going there.
Yeah, it's like AEW. The New Day's going to AEW. Sasha's going to AEW. Who else is going to AEW?
Right. I'm just tired. The AEW haven't even came off the ground yet, but
we don't have a TV deal yet.
Yeah, right.
And I want them to succeed. That's the thing. I do
want them to succeed, but can we just let them come off the ground first, then start recruiting people? They already got a big recruiter, Chris Jericho. But yeah, that's enough about it.
Yeah, you got Pac. So, but honestly, dude, if you're gonna just keep burying the Revival, what the fuck are they there for at this point? I don't even know anymore, because one week we hear about their releases, and then they get buried even worse on Monday Night Raw. Because I've said it before, and I'm gonna get into more about the AEW effect later on, also with some of these matches and people, because it's been happening for a while, and everyone's been saying ever since AEW's came apart, oh no, WWE, we gotta start using these guys or they'll fucking leave then. So that's kind of thing with that. But moving away from that joke of a match, Nakamura and Rusev for the U.S. title.
Well, I didn't watch that match. I did not watch that match.
When I got here, I got to the end of it, and I heard it was a good match, but this match had literally no build, but for like 2 weeks, and we didn't even see these guys on the last 2 weeks of the show.
The crazy part about it, they were building them up in the first 2 weeks of the January. Then the last 2 weeks, were coming into the go home show. They wasn't building them at all. They weren't even on TV for the last 2 weeks. They gave them a match card telling us, oh yeah, they are going to be fighting in the Royal Rumble. And you thinking to yourself like, why would you? Why you not letting this still build? Like, why you not letting it build up? But
and it was on the pre-show, and I had said this about Nakamura until later in the night, but it's kind of sad. This man won the Royal Rumble last year, and now he's relegated to the pre-show. Because when I actually got to the match, I saw Lana get knocked down. Rusev, I guess, was trying to help Lana, and Nakamura just hit him with a bunch of Kinshasas and won. First off, they did nothing for fucking Rusev with this belt. Literally fucking nothing. He won it on his birthday. Well, the show was taped, but, Christmas Day. And then they just gave it right back to Nakamura. And even where I say the AEW effect comes in. Because they know they didn't. I'm assuming Nakamura signed a new contract now. Because I heard his contract was literally coming up after the Royal Rumble. Like, that's what I heard. It was either going to be he was going to go back to New Japan, or he would go to AEW, but then I heard he moved his family out here to America, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe he didn't want to leave and go back to New Japan. So then I thought AEW. So the reason why I feel like he's winning the title tonight, because he probably signed a new contract, and he's still going to be there. I don't know what the point of putting the belt back on him was. He didn't do shit with the title beforehand. What the fuck? Like, both? It's like two guys that got nothing to do. Like, that's what I feel about this whole feud and why this match was made. Because these two got literally nothing. They have nothing else to do. Okay?
This is how I feel about SmackDown, especially that mid card. The mid card is dying on the simple fact that they not doing anything with the title, and they letting it change hands so frequently. Like, why would you let it change hands so frequently like this? Like, and with people not even doing nothing with the title, you know, oh, okay, Nakamura was champion. When he was champion, he rarely defended the title. He was rarely on SmackDown at all. And I just don't understand it. You just, like you were just saying about how you feel about Nakamura, it's like it's a sad case. It's like you watching somebody fall for grace, and he didn't make himself fall for grace. They made him fall.
They did this shit because he was the fucking man when he came into NXT.
He was very special when he came into the WWE. I mean, into the main roster. Oh, yes. He was treated like a special person at first, and then all of a sudden it's like you got him in tag team matches that didn't matter. You put him in matches against guys who didn't matter. Like, his first match in the company was against Dolph Ziggler, of all people. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and then what? He lost the fucking gender, which he should have won the WWE Championship at the time.
He lost to gender, was it 3 times?
Oh, yeah, in the same fucking finish, too. It was the same finish. Get the same brothers involved.
It was the same finish for all gender matches, and that's a crazy move. That's another time.
Yep, and then, you know, it looked like it was going to get good. He won the Rumble last year. He went to WrestleMania, which everyone thought this was going to be the Wrestle Kingdom rematch between him and AJ. But that match was half-assed.
Yeah, I didn't like that WrestleMania match. I swear, it was one of those matches I was looking forward to too. I was like, man, Nakamura versus AJ Styles. What? This is New Japan all over again. You couldn't wait for it. I had my heart set on it, and then they broke it like they usually do. But like you said, this match wasn't anything spectacular. I didn't like it. I don't like the direction of these two guys anyway. These are two good workers. It's not two bad workers. These are two legitimate main event workers, and they relegated to the lower mid cards. That's how I feel,
because I have no idea what the fuck they do with Rusev. I have literally no idea, because let's be honest, they hate it when you get over on your own. He was over as fuck, but nowadays, hell, he wasn't even in the Rumble tonight either. So, he wasn't. I just noticed he wasn't even in the fucking Rumble. And people loved Rusev Day, but he had to keep taking L's and take L's and take L's, and they wanted something big for him, but they never capitalized on it. And you know, they threw a bone here and there, but overall, you fucking buried the guy. So I don't really think Nakamura is gonna go anywhere at the U.S. title if they want to do something. But it's like, if you didn't do shit before, what makes you think me believe now it's gonna do something now? I was surprised he won the belt.
I just hope they do something with this. They probably gonna put it on the pre-show for the next 2 pay-per-views anyway.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber, then
pre-show.
Pre-show.
But moving on from that,
we going
Fatal. No, we got one more pre-show match. Yeah. Fatal 4-Way Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto versus Hideo Itami. Tight on the line. I will say I was surprised to see Aiden English on the commentary team.
Yeah, well, they got to do something with the guy, I guess.
Dude, I forgot he was still there. I didn't know. Like, after that Rusev tape, whatever the fuck that was, I said, what do we do with this guy again? Cause,
right, what was the point of breaking him up?
But they're like, well, we can't let him go, so, commentator.
Right. But he's not bad, but he can do some more work. He can get some more work done.
Yeah, we'll give him time.
Of course.
Give him time. I don't even watch 205 Live that really like that, but we'll give him time. No.
Right. That's my first time listening to him.
Oh, yeah. This was a good match, though. I will say very good match. It's the Cruiserweights. Yeah, I know people don't like they've been still on the pre-show and wish they were on the main show, but they did win the crowd over later in time throughout there. And won the match. I knew Murphy was going to win. I figured Itami was, going to take the fall also. You called him out of shape, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. He looked very out of shape. He didn't look too good to me. Like, I don't know what's going on. This is my first time seeing Hideo Itami since I would say Christmas Day. And this was my first. I went to Raw Christmas Day. Not this past, of course. Talking about 2018. 2017.
He was there.
And that was my very first time seeing a Day on Tommy since 2017. And he looked out of shape to me. He didn't look too good. But he still worked a good match in there. I mean, out of shape at all, I guess. But he still looked good out there. But there was this one move that I love from Kalisto when he did a Hurricane spike.
Oh shit, that shit was fucking cool. Yeah, he did a fucking Hurricane Rana on. I don't know if it was Tozawa him, but like he spiked the Tommy's head to the fucking ground, and I think it was Kalisto because he jumped out of the ring on the Tommy. Looked like he had to change the position because he was Tozawa. He had his suicide dive because I think it was a misdirection right there, and he hit him. But that was a cool ass move though. I did admit that. But it was an overall great match.
Great match.
Murphy's Law on Hideo Itami picked up the win, so I'm not really surprised Murphy retained on here. I probably need to watch a little bit more 205.
Me too.
It's just too many fucking shows to get through the week. It's like fucking 5-6 shows, so it's a lot. But a good match. Now we get to the main show.
Yes.
Main show of the Royal Rumble. Of course, we got to kick it off hot. Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. What do you think about all these graphics tonight and stuff like they did for Mania?
I like the graphics because I guess the graphics was to replace it of the video Titantron.
Oh yeah, they didn't have it right,
so there was no Titantron tonight. So I guess the graphics was a good enough thing for people to see, but. It's only a certain people. It was only a certain amount of people that got to get the graphic treatment and stuff. But I did. I liked it. But the match was good right off the bat. The crowd, like Bryce was going to get at with the crowd. The crowd was dead for the most part for this match. Particularly, they got up. They popped for Becky, of course. Yeah. Becky white hot right now.
Because it was the beginning of the show. They were hot.
Yeah. But it was a good match.
I was surprised by how the tap out went because it was kind of unexpected.
It was
like the bridge.
It was a surprising tap out because it wasn't the Asuka lock. That was the reason why it was such a surprise to the both of us that she tapped out to a move that wasn't the Asuka lock. But it was a move that was legitimate. Like if you looked at the move, you would know that she had her bridge on her neck. So any way she could have moved, she got hurt her neck. That's what made it look legitimate to me. So I like the finish.
Yeah. I know some people were talking tonight saying that Becky shouldn't have never tapped out because a lot of people were surprised they only had the man tap out. The man tapped out and everything. And I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a pinfall or some type of finish where, they protect Becky.
I don't think you can get a pinfall with Asuka. I don't know what move you could do to get with Asuka to make her get the pinfall. So submission is the only way with her. But overall, it was a great match. Right off the back, good match right off the back. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the match though. It was good, but it's gonna be a lot more Becky talk coming in later on in this show because it's been a lot of go around, and I'm sure everyone was hoping, okay, Becky, she didn't win the title match, but some way, somehow, she was gonna be in that Royal Rumble. But we're gonna get in a lot about Becky later on.
Of course, there was the Royal Rumble. To be honest with you, was all about the payment of Becky going to WrestleMania. How is the road to WrestleMania going to be paved out for Becky Lynch? That's how the whole Royal Rumble felt to me. Like it was really a one-person Royal Rumble, and that was Becky Lynch. How's she going to get to WrestleMania to fight Ronda Rousey? That's that was the only thing about this Royal Rumble. To be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to the men Royal Rumble because of that aspect. Because I don't, to myself, like, well, how is Becky Lynch going to get to Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania? how this is gonna happen.
Yep.
So I kind of figured like weeks ago, like she's gonna have to lose to Asuka, like she did, and she lost to Asuka to a tap out. But we're gonna get to Becky later on in the show.
There's been a lot of crazy ideas I've been hearing all day about. Oh, Becky's gonna be in the men's Royal Rumble and win. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and we're gonna get into shit with that tonight later on too. But there's a lot to say about the Rumble, so we'll save that. But overall, a good match with Asuka and Becky. Where does Asuka go on?
Yeah, great opening match. Great opening match.
You know. Well, we will get back to later on that, but it was a good opening match. I don't know where Asuka goes on from here, who the next opponent will be, but I'm kind of figuring out who that will, and we'll figure out later. Next, tag titles on the line.
SmackDown.
SmackDown. Shane McMahon and The Miz versus The Bar. Oh boy.
Wow. Look. I love The Bar. Don't get me wrong. One of my favorite tag teams at this point in time right about now. I like The Bar and the Usos. That's two of my favorite tag teams, and they both from SmackDown. But I just didn't like the formation of this Shane McMahon and The Miz. First of all, I might get a lot of backlash for this, but I'm not a huge Miz fan. He great on the mic, but he really not that good in the ring to me. Opinions, but in my opinions with the Miz, he really just great on the mic. He gold on the mic. He'll make himself sound like he's shooting all the time. But but in that ring, he's just not really good to me. And Shane McMahon, I just feel like when he first came back, it was good to see him back in the ring. Like, oh, okay, man, I haven't seen this guy in 8-7 years, But at the same time, even though the novelty wore off now with me, we need him to stay in his position as a general manager or commissioner or whatever you want to do. But you could just leave the wrestling to the guys who you are paying to wrestle. That's how
Would you say he's taking up a spot?
Oh yes. And I'm saying that now because at first I was against everybody when they were talking about like when he went against AJ Styles. What was that? 32?
Yeah, WrestleMania 30. Was it 32 or 33?
33. And everybody, why he going against AJ Styles? He is taking up a spot. And I was going against everybody. I was like, well, it would be a nice match. And AJ can carry him and he can carry himself, to be honest. And so, but after a while, it kind of got redundant to me. It's like, okay, now you got to go against Kevin Owens. Now you got to go against Sami Zayn.
And he's main eventing the show.
He's main eventing the show. Like, are you serious?
He's on fucking Survivor Series every year, I feel like. And he's always the captain.
Oh, my God.
And he's the sole survivor.
And why are you the sole survivor? Why aren't anybody else the sole survivor other than the commissioner of the SmackDown brand?
Well, he's the best in the world.
I guess.
He's the best in the fucking world. But to be honest, dude, anybody knew they were going to win a outlet. Dude, the Miz's dad was right there, and they went to him, and they already just gave it away like they were going to win. Listen, they pretty much killed this fucking tag team division even more, okay? I know Raw's as bad as it is, but you only had 3 teams on SmackDown. But when you have Shane McMahon and the fucking Miz, winning the match, I just sat there laughing. Shane did a fucking shooting star press on Sheamus, right? Sheamus and got the pin on him.
I mean, no, that was Cesaro.
Yeah, he got on Cesaro. Because I'm just sitting there and I'm saying to myself that, okay, so we've seen the Usos in this spot all the time with the titles. We've seen the New Day win the titles several times. Sanity, those guys are just fucking dead because we looked like they were coming back at one point. Where are they? They're dead again. Gallows and Anderson, dead again. I wish they'd go back to the real Bullet Club at this point. But, dude, this fucking division, I have no fucking clue. I just sat there and laughed to myself. Shane, his 5,000 punches and only connects about 5 of them.
And remember what I was saying earlier. I'm like, this is how you know the tag division is dead, when you can just make up a team in dead air and say, hey, you're going to win the tag team titles. It's like, I wasn't feeling the storyline. I was just hoping for a swerve, like somebody gonna turn on somebody and then they had a little match at WrestleMania or something. Because at this point, I would rather see them fight at WrestleMania than having them hold the tag team gold. That is not good to me. I'm not really feeling them holding the tag team title.
To be honest, I probably would see this going to Elimination Chamber. They're gonna probably hold it to Elimination Chamber. Miz will probably turn on him, and then they'll have the match at Mania. But then again, here's the thing: I don't want to see a heel Shane and a face Miz. So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be Miz will turn on him versus Shane McMahon. Do I really want to see that match at WrestleMania? Not really. I don't really see any point of it. This whole story is fucking ridiculous.
It's the lesser of the two evils. So which one you want to do?
This had to do with that crown jewel bullshit with that trophy and everything, because he was the best in the world, and they buried Ziggler again out there during that, and then like, oh, we both won the trophy. Let's be a team. We've never been in a match until before. But after you go back what happened on SmackDown last Tuesday when they got the shit kicked out of them, there you go. So this was easy to predict.
Speaking of Barry, I hate to be one of those guys, but they really truly buried the bar to me. And I don't. Everybody can think differently about it. Like, it was a good match and it was a back and forth contest. First off, it should have never been a back and forth contest. All right? When you got a tag team champion going against a team that just blended together like probably 3 weeks ago, never had a match ever in the ring, and you telling me they going back and forth with the tag team champions? Like, this is like that just screamed Barry to me. That's how I feel about it. It just screams like they burying the bar.
So I see another rematch from this, but still, this fucking tag division is a joke, okay?
It's a joke.
And this is why I don't like getting these other tag teams to come up from NXT now, because they're gonna end up getting fucking buried. Sanity lasted like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, where have they been?
And you gotta remember, guys, the Sanity was a good tag team. This is not just a makeshift tag team. You got Eric Young, who's a seasoned veteran. Kelly the Dane is another seasoned veteran. I just don't understand. I don't see the talent evaluation.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even know what show Heavy Machinery is on all the way yet, but I don't even know if they're gonna last that long, because they're pretty much Bushwhackers 2.0 right now. So we don't even know what show. So this both shows, the divisions are fucking jokes. They're fucking jokes, okay? Yes. Like, come on. We already know NXT's gonna put on great shit with their tag team matches. Go look at Undisputed Era and War Raiders last night. There you go. Go look at any NXT tag match at the time, especially the takeover ones. The main roster ones is fucking shit, and that proved it again tonight. Yes, it's hard to take this division seriously, okay? It really is. Especially Monday Night Raw. They're the worst ones, but I just laugh when I say Shane McMahon, folks, is a champion. He is a champion now. There you go. But we're going to move on from that. And next match on the card, Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. The, White Power Ranger. Her gear, Ronda Rousey, the White Ranger.
What I would say, my only nitpick was how Ronda Rousey keep on coming to the ring with this bright little smile, and she supposed to be a killer. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, if you are a killer, should you have the motivation in your eyes, especially the way they built this? Like, they were trash talking each other a lot about tapping each other out, all that stuff. And you telling me you gonna smile and go into the ring like, hey, I'm ready for this match? Like, that's just not intimidated to me. It's really not intimidated.
You gotta come serious in the ring instead of smiling. But she proved it in the ring. Both of them put on a very, very good fucking match. Okay, this match was enjoyable though.
Very enjoyable.
I can't really say nothing bad of Sasha Banks damn near being like Zack Sabre Jr. out there. A lot of joint manipulation, especially putting her into an armbar, ripping her fingers, bending them back, even using her own gear as a weapon when she put in the bank statement, kicking her to keep away from the ropes, because there was a lot of dodges here and there, especially from Ronda doing that Piper's Pit move and Sasha dodging the arm drag thing Ronda Rousey does when she flips you. But it It was like really fucking good though. The only thing I didn't expect was a pinfall though, because this match went about 14 minutes, and Ronda won with the Piper's Pit move after that. And like I said, I saw this on Twitter earlier when I was kind of looking through the show, and someone said they protected Banks, but they let Becky tap out, and they said it made Becky look weak. But Sasha still kind of got up after being pinned because Ronda helped Sasha Banks up. Then they shook hands, and they played to the crowd, and Ronda was celebrating with her husband. But next thing you know, Banks goes back to her, looks at Ronda, and puts up the 4, which is that 4 horsewomen thing. I'm sure that feud's gonna be happening soon. Because at first I predicted watch all the 4 horsewomen jump Ronda at the Rumble, because they all of them have some type of beef with Ronda Rousey, and they're all gonna jump her ass there. And I'm sure the crowd would have went nuts for that.
This is how I feel about the going back to what you were saying about Becky Lynch, how they saying they made her look weak, and I wouldn't say that. Yeah. I wouldn't say that. That wasn't making her look weak. When you go to get somebody like Asuka, who's a submission specialist, what move do Asuka really have to really knock a person out to the point that she can get a pinfall victory? When the last time you see Asuka win with a pinfall victory? Just let that sink in. It's not that many times that Asuka really wins in a pinfall victory. And so tapping out was the only way that she could win against Becky Lynch. So I wouldn't call that making her look weak.
Because there's going to be a lot more when we get into the, Women's Rumble on later in that too. And the thing with Sasha and Ronda is that, they were doing so much joint manipulation on each other. I could have understood the pinfall because, both were still selling arm injuries and hand injuries that they couldn't even use them to do that. But
the storytelling in this match was beautiful. It painted a good picture in front of you. What the joint manipulation, like Bryce was saying, the arm was immobile. You couldn't really do nothing with your left arm. Ronda selling her right arm because of base statement. Sasha had this bow and arrow arm bar was beautiful. It looked crazy, and I really love that move. But the pinfall victory was the only way this match was going to go, because they could have really locked in their signature submissions. But yes, great match.
Oh yes, definitely. Because like I said, the selling, everything from after, it was great. Because this is the greatest Sasha has looked in a long fucking time. They buried this girl for the past 2 fucking years. It's now they want to do something. But once I said before, people say, oh, it's the AEW thing. Sasha may leave with the Revival to go to AEW. And I kept hearing stuff like that. And then, out of nowhere, they start pushing Sasha. And she puts on a great fucking match with Ronda and everything. Which I believe she will win the tag titles next with Bayley, though.
Everybody want to say that it's an AEW effect. But I don't really say that. I just think it was a big 4 pay-per-view. And they needed a nice big match for the Royal Rumble.
And Sasha was the one to do it, because who else on Raw was, come on, let's be honest, who else was Rousey going to face? She's beat damn near everybody on fucking Raw pretty much, except maybe Sasha and Bayley. And Sasha was the one, because what reports been saying that, Ronda's going to be leaving soon, most likely after Mania, so I'm sure a lot of people expect to drop the title if she's leaving after Mania. But that's what the reports I've been reading for the past few days and stuff, because I believe she wants to start a family, if I'm not mistaken, so that may be coming up pretty soon.
And now I just think about it, it just popped in my head. The contract thing we were just talking about, Ronda might be leaving after WrestleMania, and it would be a great thing for her to drop the belt to Becky Lynch.
But now we know it's coming.
Right, there we go, and drop the belt to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, But I kind of jumped ahead, y'all. I'm sorry about that, but it would be nice for that. It would be a replacement for another badass woman character on Raw.
Oh yeah, because I kind of figured who was gonna win what from each show tonight, but we're pretty much going into the 30 women, Rumble match itself. This was a long ass fucking Rumble, okay?
Oh yeah.
Because we had 5 people on commentary. You had Beth and Renee and Tom Phillips and Graves out there. Because the first one we have to the ring, Lacey Evans, who actually got some mic time, and she said she was here to clean up the women's division. Number 2 was Natalya. And like I said, it's going to be a lot to speak. I'm trying to go through number by number with all these women. I'm trying to name every spot. But with those two starting off the match, number 3, we got Mandy Rose. We saw a double sharpshooter on both Evans and fucking Rose in. Liv Morgan, number 4, who was immediately thrown out the fucking ring by Natalya, just gone. Literally ran into her, fucking gone.
Well, they needed their little comedy spots, and Liv Morgan was the sacrifice that they needed to make, get some laughs or, little cheap little pops here and there. But at first, I didn't understand where they were going with this first 5 people that they had.
Yeah, and this crowd did not give a shit. Okay, this fucking crowd. I'm gonna get to this crowd. And dude, don't get me started on these botches. By God, I swear, you could count 20 botches in the first 10 minutes of this fucking match. Okay,
man, it was just a botch.
I could not even name you every match because who was next? Number 5, Mickie James was next. She did something out there. I will say, and I like Mickie James, but I hate how they've done that woman ever since they brought her back to the main roster.
Right, she started out as a big deal back in when they came back in NXT to go against Asuka, but
they made her a sidekick then after that.
Yeah.
To second fiddle to Bliss there then. So there you fucking go. So who's next? 6 was Ember Moon. She got a giant moon, CGI moon.
Oh man, that was nice. That was a nice little touch right there.
We were talking a lot about Ember Moon because she was in this match and had a good showing out there for a long time. Would have loved if she won, but I didn't really kind of see her winning anyways. 7 was Billie Kay, who did not get in the ring and walked around and was going to wait for wait for Peyton Royce, but number 8 came out, Nikki Cross. She got a good pop out there, and literally, just push Billie Kay in the ringside, goes in, just hits a pretty much dived on everybody because all the women were standing there in the group. So yeah, you said something about every time a Rumble match happens, it's like everyone has to get on the top rope and do some dive.
Yes, I wanted to touch on that right there. The psychology, the human psychology. The Royal Rumble match. Like, who would think of going towards the top rope in any Royal Rumble match? I really don't understand that. I never understood that, but yeah, that's my little gripe on that. I never understood that.
Yeah, pretty much after Nikki Cross, then Peyton Royce came out. Pretty much helped Billie Kay then after that. Number 10 was Tamina, and like I said, I'll go on a limb at this with Tamina. Listen, I know Nia Jax is horrible, but even you gotta admit, Tamina is better in the ring than her. I will say that right now, okay? Say what you want about Tamina, but I do believe she is better than Nia Jax. And Tamina pretty much went in, started doing a whole bunch of Samoa drops on people, a couple super kicks. She had a Superfly splash onto on Nikki Cross, then they can't really take Jimmy Superfly Snuka for several reasons. She super kicked Mickie James, eliminating her next, so she was eliminated, gone. Number 11, Zia Lee, which I don't even think people know who the fuck this was.
Hey, right, the crowd was there with with her music hit, and when she came out, they still was looking at her who is this person? But she came out like a ball of fire though. But she came out and she, did surprisingly she did good. She did good.
Oh yeah, she did good. She went in. It's just no one knew who the fuck she was. She was in the Mae Young Classic, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but they said she's in NXT to what I hear, because I was like, who? And, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I did not know, but she had a good showing out there. What else happened after that? Number 12, Sarah Logan, Tomb Raider right there. Viking Tomb Raider or wherever you want to go with was in after that. Moon took out Logan.
Hey, let me just get right here with people like Logan and Tamina, who we were just talking about. That's why we need to bring manager back, people. Like, these are the type of people that need managers. You know, the Logans and the Taminas, the people who cannot talk, that can look like badasses, but they just cannot talk on the mic, and you should never get them a mic. They need managers. Bring manager back, for real.
She cannot talk for shit, okay? Like Logan cannot talk for fucking shit, alright? Because Moon was I think Moon eliminated her, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she eliminated her, and then Nikki Cross got eliminated by Iconics, which I'm surprised Nikki Cross didn't eliminate anybody throughout this. So, people were pretty pissed at that when she was gone. Number 13, or I should say lucky 13, the odds-on favorite, which I'm sure everybody was mostly going to go with, was Charlotte, which pretty much started going in, kicking ass, had a stare down with Lacey Evans, which I'm sure that will be a future match soon enough. She took down Zia with a kick. She was gone. 14, Kairi Sane, NXT, got another one coming up then. I still think she looks like a Universal Studios ride with the pirate gimmick. I'm still trying to understand it, but maybe it's something I don't understand and needs to be explained to me.
And there's one thing about with like gimmicks like with Kairi Sane have, it's only can get over at NXT. It really can't get over on the main roster. It really can't. We had a pirate gimmick that tried to get over on the main roster. Do anybody remember pirate
Burchill?
Burchill, yeah. Paul Burchill, yes, my bad. I'm sorry about that.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was shit, right? So why come on now?
I've never understood these pirate gimmicks. I've never had hell of an elbow though. She had a great insane elbow on I think no matter the way Logan was still in the ring, she didn't get eliminated until Natalya took her out then. Because pretty much I remember Tamina got eliminated by Charlotte because she kicked her out of the ring, which was kind of late on the camera in a way. Pretty much, like I said, Kairi was going even insane. You know, even looking at Charlotte kind of holding her head and start chopping her and Charlotte like, bring it on pretty much. Like, come on. Bring it on and stuff.
Charlotte had a lot of interaction with the NXT stars.
Oh, yeah. Lacey saw that. She had it with Lee. She had it with Kairi Sane. A lot of them when they kept coming out there. Because who was next after that? 15 was Maria Kanellis, which... Then again, there was a lot of people that was rumored that they were going to be leaving for AEW. Honestly, I don't even know why Maria and Mike Bennett are even still here, okay? Like, I have no, because at first at one point they said that Maria and them were complaining about Mike Bennett not being on TV, but I think that wasn't true. But honestly, I'm surprised they're still here, because I'm surprised they even, it amazes me that Mike Bennett got past NXT. I still believe the reason why they hired him was because of Maria in general. And then I just remember, he was on SmackDown. He was pretty much was a cuck in this gimmick shit they were going with.
Oh my God.
This love thing. I remember a very bad feud with Sami Zayn. And then they fucking disappeared because Maria got pregnant. And then he got addicted to pills or some drug shit. And I'm surprised he wasn't released after that. It's like, y'all just got here and this shit's going on right now.
And I didn't understand that. I really didn't. I wanted them to succeed because, to be honest with you, I liked Maria back when she first came into the business and stuff. So I thought, her coming back, it was like a nostalgia rush or anything.
And I like Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett, I didn't know Mike Bennett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole Kingdom thing. I really mostly knew him because of the whole Miracle Mike Bennett thing in TNA, but they pretty much left because Billy Corgan was gone after that. Then so he pretty much he went to WWE, and I was surprised he got past NXT. But I just remember then he got in shape, and then now they're on 205 now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're on 205. But I said, then when I heard about their release, I was like, well, they ain't that much to lose, to be honest. I still believe they only put Mike Bennett there with him because Maria. They wanted Maria back because she's been here. Mike Bennett, I don't think they give a shit about him because they kept calling him Mike Kanellis, didn't go by his wife's last name with this gimmick. So, I remember he showed up out of shape when they first got there. He was out of shape too. So, it amazes me that he stayed. I'm surprised Maria was in this Rumble that long, because then, Maria started, kind of getting between Charlotte and Lacey Evans when they were doing their stare down and stuff. So that was going on then. I'm trying to see who else came in, because I remember Maria hit a bunch of moves. She did like a Bronco Buster on Moon after that. 16 was Naomi. The Glow, of course, her, you know, gimmick, you know, they had a big Titan Giant CGI thing going on. She tried to get Mandy Rose, but it wasn't working. But she did get Mandy Rose out, but then, of course, she's got to have her save. I almost called her female Kofi at one point.
Yeah, the female Kofi Kingston. You know, they have to have some type of a spot where she comes back into the ring. It looked nice.
Yeah, she handstand her way to the barricade and tight roped off of it all the way back to the steel steps, but then Mandy Rose pulled her off, and I was like, fuck after that.
They continue their rivalry every day. That was a good thing. That was a good way to continue with their rivalry. That's what Royal Rumbles are really for. If you're not going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble, then your respect the rivalry. Oh, yeah. You could build the storyline. You can make new storylines with a new rivalry. It can start for the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumbles are very special matches. For those reasons right there.
Because they still brawled after that. And I hated that fucking match on Tuesday, though. I just hated that finish. Like, oh, she ran to the steel steps. That's the finish. Mandy Rose just rolled her in the ring, and that was it. So I did not like that. I know this feud is somewhat, this whole whatever triangle thing, I was like, it's jumping the shark in a way I felt like. But we'll see how crazy this thing keeps going. Because I swear Naomi just shoot punches Mandy Rose half the time. Go look at a few weeks ago when she was kicking the shit out of her in a Sign of Veil. Like, she beat their asses, okay? She beat the fuck out of them. So it's going to continue. Because I think after that, Charlotte eliminated Lacey Evans. Gotta admit, Lacey Evans had a good showing out there.
Yeah,
last that long.
What I can say about the NXT women that was in the Royal Rumble, they had good showing, very good showings, and Lacey Evans, who else? Kari Sane. What was the other girl name?
Which one?
The one who came out first.
I say Evans, right?
No, I mean not first, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back.
But she was doing good. I mean, a lot of the NXT call-ups did good.
Oh yeah, the NXT those were the bright spots throughout this Rumble. The NXT, because 17 was Candice LeRae. And I remember my friend told me on Snapchat, he said like finally the main roster is doing more with Candice LeRae than they do on NXT, because I don't know half the time the fuck she does on NXT. Like, Candice LeRae is there half the time, like, what the fuck is she doing? And she had a little bit of good showing, because after that, number 18 was Alicia Fox. And then they did this weird spot about Alicia Fox's hat, because they worked together, and they did like a booty bump then. And then Maria destroyed her hat, and Fox got pissed and started having a hissy fit on the ground then, and even tried to, you know, eliminate Maria. I think she did eliminate Maria. Yeah, she did eliminate Maria. Drop kicking her after that. Because after that, 19 was Casey I'm sorry, Catanzaro. I don't want to butcher her name.
But yeah,
dude. At first, I was like, "Who the fuck is this girl?" I had to remember she was from the Mae Young Classic and she won American Ninja Warrior. Because I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" But
there was a good showing for her, and this was like the spotlight for her. She knew what she knew. She has to go grab that brass ring herself.
She did okay. I'll say that, because at first off, half these women got no reaction when they came out, because I don't think these people know who the fuck half these women were.
It was
and like the biggest thing you could take from Casey was when she once again, we got our second Kofi save of the spot of night, when she handstand away and used her legs and wrapped herself around the turnbuckle. That was fucking cool. I will say that.
That was a great spot.
Because as soon as she came out, I said, "Who the fuck is this again?" I have no fucking idea. So it was pretty good though. 20 was Vega from Street Fighter, Zelina Vega, which was pretty cool. I do like her cosplay. One, because she's either dressed up, which means she was Katana from Mortal Kombat, and Jade. Like, the Jade shit looked cool though. Okay, I've seen her dress as Jade, but like I said, the The Street Fighter Vega thing with the mask and the claw coming out was cool, but she and when she got in the ring, this was almost like another NXT feud. It was like Gargano versus Almas again. If you remember that whole feud from last year, that's what people were going immediately. NXT chants happened, and after that, when these two went at it. But then they had Vega hide under the ring, which was like pretty much what she did a few months ago at Evolution. She hid under the ring, and we're gonna get back to her hiding under the ring and popping her head out. Cause I'm like, stop popping your fucking head out throughout the match and stuff. But I did like the Vega from Street Fighter thing. 21. Ruby Riott, she brings out the entire Riot Squad and they start jumping everybody. Why the fuck y'all didn't do this earlier in the match for? Like, pull Charlotte out the ring, pull Fox out the ring, and you know.
At first, I didn't understand what they were pulling them out the ring and they were beating them up. And there was no reason for them pulling them up out of the ring and then beating them up when they were still in the match. But they did start making sense with it. They two of them would stay out there. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan would pull them out the ring and beat the person up, throw her back into the ring, and Ruby Riott would then eliminate them.
Because Fox was, I think she eliminated Fox. They would go after Natalya first, and she eliminated all the Riot Squad. But they took her out because I think LeRae got taken out next. And I think she was eliminated because they power bombed her into the barricade. Then after that, yeah, because I think what else? Because 22 was Dana Brooke, and didn't really care. Yeah, also they eliminated Kairi Sane then. Yeah, and then they kept beating her out on the outside until Io Shirai coming into the Royal Rumble. I was actually surprised to see that. Io Shirai coming in, taking out the Riot Squad, because then they kind of disappeared after she hit that. Of course, the cool high side moonsault from the top rope, which always looks great in the ring. Before she got back in the ring.
I was praying that it would look great. I was praying that you caught her balance because you didn't.
Oh yeah, she tripped a little. She tripped.
Yeah, that was.
Because I'm like, God, I've seen enough fucking sloppy ass botches in this whole fucking Rumble. Okay, this shit was sloppy as hell.
The whole Rumble, especially the Women Royal Rumble match, it was a lot of botches to that. But
24, Rhea Ripley. You never really see them before.
I need to catch
the UK NXT.
Right, UK NXT, and I wanted to when they first came out with it, but it just didn't catch my attention after a while no more.
Strong as shit. Go look at a match with Toni Storm last week.
My God, when my first time seeing this woman was just like, oh my God, she was a big woman. I was like, whoa.
Kill everybody. Yeah. Kill fucking everybody. She's a fucking beast, okay? This girl is a fucking beast. Go watch her matches, trust me. Because, what was it? Oh, yeah, this is when the Casey spot came in because Brooke kicked her to the floor and Casey did the moonsault and got herself in. But pretty much after that, Ripley took her out right after that then. So, Ripley was a fucking beast. 25 was Sonya Deville. I couldn't give a shit. Once again, trying to go at everybody after that. But she pretty much got who did she eliminate? No, I don't know who she got eliminated by. But I remember Dana Brooke got eliminated by Rhea Ripley then after that. But then, once Deville was in the ring, we went back to Vega. And she blew a kiss at Brooke. And the next thing you know, Hornswoggle.
The Hornswoggle made an appearance.
He got a pop.
Yes, he got a crazy pop. They went ballistic.
Only on a few people to get a pop in this match.
Yes, but he chased Selena back into the ring, and who eliminated
Ripley military pressed her ass out of the ring,
and then he continued.
Hornswoggle chased her to the backstage. 26, Alexa Bliss, who got a very big pop, which. Yes. Okay, I will understand this just because she was gone for a long time and she was hurt. Because I've shitted on Alexa Bliss many fucking times the way they pushed this fucking girl to the fucking moon and just put the title on her constantly.
Yeah, she a 4-time champion. That's so crazy.
In under a year.
Under a year. Well, I will get to that at another time with these multiple title reigns for everybody.
I have shitted on her several times, and I just sit there like, why the fuck does this girl need a talk show? Why the fuck does she need this and that? Like I said, they just cater. Because I've said they love blonde heel women or some other shit going on why she gets pushed so fucking bad. Because I just, like, dude, I never took Alexa Bliss that seriously. Even the people they put her against. and Barry, like, come on, I don't even want to go back to the whole Bailey thing. That's already been beaten like a dead horse. So
yeah.
Going on from that with Bliss being number 26. I think it was Bliss eliminated Sonya Deville, so she was gone. 27 was Bailey. Got a good pop out there. She eliminated Ruby Riott, clothesline her outside of the ring, and even eliminated Rhea Ripley also. Bailey, because Ripley charged at her, and Bailey held the ropes that she fell out. 28 was Lana, who limped to the ring for a very long time. You thought Undertaker was in the Royal Rumble then.
But that would play into the next.
Yeah. We're gonna get to what happened next because of course fans chanted Becky. 29 was Nia Jax, and what the fuck? We're gonna get into Nia Jax all night, like here and later on in this fucking review, because holy shit.
First of all, it just seems like she gains a lot of weight.
She gained more weight. What the fuck? Like, I've said it before. There's a difference between big and athletically big.
Yeah.
This girl's just fucking big. Like, Nia Jax is just bad. I don't even know why. We all know why they pushed this fucking girl to begin with, because Samoan and The Rock and Roman Reigns. But Nia Jax is just not fucking good. And I gave Nia Jax a chance. I really tried. But after a while, I was just like, fuck this girl. And even now, it's like, why do y'all keep putting her in these high-ass positions, okay? This girl has hurt people in the fucking past. She's not really good on the mic. They could have built her into a monster, but they fucked that up, and she pretty much sounds like a Valley girl. But now, it's just the shit this girl does here. And even some people want to say, the shit she said online at one point, because, she made sense in a way, because of, I think it was like they did something on Twitter, and she was mad that, as they were talking about what women did throughout the year, and I guess it wasn't, women of color, and because they weren't on there and stuff. Because I don't know why they thought they had Iconics in that photo. And she makes a point, but Nia Jax has had several opportunities. Motherfucker, you won the title of WrestleMania.
Right. So that was the wrong person. I get the message, but that was the wrong person to send the message.
Send that shit too, and I don't even want to get through the whole Bliss feud thing and the fat shaming, but even people tell me this girl look like she's doubled in fucking size through the past fucking years. Cause like go look at the gear she was weighed. Shit, I call her a fucking blob when she came out. And people gonna say, oh, I'm fucking fat shaming and stuff. No. This girl just fucking gained weight, okay? Like, did she gain more weight? I said before they had a chance to make her into a monster, but I said at one point too, she looks too good in the face. That's why they didn't make her work as a monster. But Nia Jax is just fucking shit, okay? Like, she's horrible. We can go on this all day, but I just sat there and shook my head when she came to the fucking ring. And, we got to make her look strong, because what did she do? She started going at everybody then, and when Nia Jax was coming out there, because she attacked Lana before the match even happened, and Finley and out there, we're trying to help her up, because Jax, what'd she do? Oh yeah, she caught Io Shirai when she did the moonsault, threw her out of the ring. Hold that thought. Hello. Yeah. I'll call you when I'm on. Alright, bye. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because, she threw her out of the ring when Io Shirai did the moonsault and threw her out of there then. What else had happened? She eliminated Natalya. That was number 2. She was in there a long time, so Natalya was gone, and after that, 30 was Carmella, of course. A lot of Phoenix Suns references tonight.
Oh, yes, of course. And then, she was the first one.
Yep. And then we got Becky coming to the ring. Got a big pop, because I'm sure a lot of people were waiting for that to happen. I thought she may have attacked Carmella to come number 30, but she's like, no, let me in. She's hurt, let me in. And Finley says, all right, you're in the ring. So pretty much we got to the final people. This is where the match actually got good. In the final minutes of this Women's Royal Rumble, this is where shit actually got interesting and good. Because I said it before, other than the sloppy spots, dead crowd, and a majority of this, I felt bored throughout half this Rumble.
Hey, the crowd, the reason why I felt bored throughout the Rumble. But there was a few bright times.
Oh yeah, the NXT spots were the bright ones.
And there was a few times that the crowd picked up when they finally saw Becky. Of course, she got the pop and everything. She came at the Royal Rumble with like a house on fire.
Oh yeah, she started going in on some people, mostly Jax at one point, but she was pretty much on the ground after that. Then, because the final people was what Charlotte, Becky, Carmella, Bliss, Moon, Bayley, and Jax. Because Moon was out next when her and Bliss were on the ropes, and Bliss pretty much tripped Moon to the ground. After that. Bliss then got eliminated by Bayley. Well, Bayley and Carmella, because they both picked her up and threw her out of the ring then. When we got to I think it was the final four, because Carmella and Bayley and them left, because I think Carmella was gone next, right? Was Carmella gone after that? Because, yeah, Carmella was pretty much gone because Charlotte took her out then. She tried to do that handstand thing on the top rope, and it did not work, and Carmella was gone. And what I'm thinking next, the 3 out of the 4 horsewomen are going to jump Nia Jax, but that didn't happen because I think Nia had Bayley in a Samoan drop, and Charlotte kicked her, and Bayley fell out the ring.
I want to go back to Becky Lynch. Like, Becky Lynch interacting with Nia Jax, I didn't understand why she didn't come at Nia Jax with a lot more fury than she had before. Like, she didn't have the fury. They didn't really have too much interaction with each other. It's like, this is the reason why the storyline continuing to WrestleMania is because of this woman injured her. Because, to be honest with you people, this match at WrestleMania wouldn't even be talked about if she did get injured by Nia Jax.
Yeah, and even coming in the end of this, because you think that Becky, of course, going in on Nia Jax first, that she would be gone after that, all right? Like, she would just pretty much be like, all right, we got her. She's pretty much going to be gone, and she'll be the first one out. But they got to the final 3, and Nia Jax was on the apron, and Becky just tripped her foot right there, and that was it.
Right.
Like, it could have been a little bit more, because people said Becky should have been looking like Stone Cold, kicking everybody's ass. The thing that got me was when we got to the end, because, of course, Nia pushed Becky off the steel steps, and we played this injury angle for damn near another 10 to 20 minutes with her. Like, shit, this took forever. It's like, dude, either eliminate her or just do this shit already, because if everything Charlotte was going to win, and Charlotte was going to charge into Becky to knock her out the ring because they were on the apron at points, but once Charlotte charged her, Becky flipped her and won the Rumble, and the people were happy, of course, and she, pointed at the WrestleMania side. And I know some people complain, coming back to the old Becky discussion again, that people said Becky looked weak because she tapped, and like she could have been the one to jump someone and get in the Rumble. And then she didn't really do that much in the Rumble, other than eliminating Nia Jax and Charlotte. And people were going on that she looked weak.
I didn't see that. I didn't. Once again, I didn't see the weak part, but I didn't see that she should have did a lot more in this Rumble match.
Like, oh yeah, because she was near the end, and we expected to see more. I know everybody wanted her to be in the Rumble, right? She didn't win the title. She was going to be in the Rumble match tonight.
Didn't really eliminate too many people.
Yeah, but Charlotte and Nia Jax, and the Nia Jax one was just kind of so nonchalant. It was just kind of done and everything. And, people are already going on about, okay, Becky's got a main event WrestleMania, because at first people thought that Becky was going to be in the men's Rumble and win it, and I was like, no, that's not a good idea. I think, even I do believe sometime that they take this man gimmick shit a little bit too far. And I know people, they say they get tired of the man thing, and I'm not really, it's that bad, it's over and everything, but I can understand where some people are coming from when they do talk about the man gimmick in a way with Becky, because now the thing is she gonna main event WrestleMania, or some people think it's gonna be a triple threat, because they want to insert Charlotte into this because of Ronda being involved, and we most likely know Becky is gonna pick Ronda Rousey to face at WrestleMania.
I just hope they don't do it. Leave it as a one-on-one. Sorry about that, but yeah, leave it as a one-on-one. You really don't need a triple threat. It's been a lot of multi-women matches at WrestleMania. It's rarely been a one-on-one matches for the title at WrestleMania. So I think they need to just hold off on that type of, hold off on a triple threat match and leave it for some other time. But Yeah, Becky Lynch won the
Royal Rumble, and she is going to WrestleMania. The WrestleMania sign popped up, and she pointed at it as everyone else does. I know people now believe, like, do you really think this is gonna main event WrestleMania? Because I do believe that I've heard it for months that they've got a main event WrestleMania. They got a main event WrestleMania. Like, I
wouldn't put it. Me personally, I wouldn't put it on the WrestleMania
same here,
main event. But at the same time, I can see them forcing it down our throats.
Oh yeah, because WWE does this thing with this first time ever bullshit a lot, and they've done this for a while, especially with the women. First ever Hell in a Cell, first ever women's pay-per-view, first ever Elimination Chamber. That didn't main event all really technically, but they first main event on Raw, first main event on paper, first main event this, first time. Like, it's everything the first time ever nowadays. Like, here's the thing, you could have a first time ever, but make sure the shit is good. Don't put a first time ever, then the shit is bad. And that's what I feel about WrestleMania.
And that's how I feel is what they're going to do to us. They're going to force it down our throat. They're going to force it like, hey, this is our first time ever having a women main event at WrestleMania. This is a big thing.
I feel like they would do that for WrestleMania because Ronda's going to be in it, and Ronda's a draw, and they want the very multiple media outlets like ESPN to cover this on TV, because right now she's on her way out the door after Mania. Like, we pretty much know who's really gonna win then after that.
Yeah.
Because now it's almost like you just pretty much predict. It's almost predictable now, since we now hear that Ronda Rousey may be on her way out the door after this, so Becky will win the title. So I'm assuming Becky's gonna be on Raw now after this too. Because, like, that may sound like a traditionalist here, but, like, I'd rather just have the world champion main event the show. It's the world champion, so they should main event the show. It's fucking WrestleMania. Because I don't want to see a match go out there and then, it's fucking shit and then it's bad. Like, we've seen a lot of shitty main event WrestleManias before, but I just feel like they want to overdo things, because then they got to confuse over, like, oh, if the women what wins the women's Royal Rumble, they'll main event WrestleMania. What wins the men's Royal Rumble, they'll main event WrestleMania. Which the fuck one is it? Y'all telling one thing after the other, so... Like, which one's it going to be? Is it going to be the men or is it going to be the women? And I can expect it's going to be a lot more screwy stuff. Yeah, this is the Rumble. We know Becky's guaranteed her shot at WrestleMania. But don't be surprised if something happens on Tuesday saying, like, oh, Becky, you just got in because Lana was hurt. You weren't supposed to be in there. And maybe some way, somehow, they're going to find a way to insert Charlotte, because that is their golden, that is Ric Flair #2 right there. And they want to put her ass in that thing one way or another. If not, maybe she will go against Asuka for the title. Because who the fuck is else capable against Asuka right now on SmackDown?
And that's true. That's true. Yeah, I really didn't see that coming right there. That was a good point right there. I don't see another worthy challenger for Asuka for the the SmackDown Women's Championship. I really don't see another worthy champion.
And if they do, it's got to be Charlotte, and I'm sure Asuka would have to get her win back after WrestleMania, after what happened last year. She'd have to get her win back then. So that's the only two options I'm seeing right now. It's either a triple threat, or they're just gonna stick with the one-on-one approach.
Yeah, both should be one-on-one. Yes, it should be a rematch for the WrestleMania rematch for the Women's Championship for this year.
So, like I said, in the final minutes of the Rumble, it was good, but this shit was 72 fucking minutes. 72
minutes.
This shit was long, and I was bored throughout half of it.
Yes, okay? I was. I hate to say it, but it was just a very bland.
It was flat. And it felt very sloppy to me, other than the NXT bright spots and a couple others. A lot of it just felt like, filler. Like, who gives a shit about who was coming out? Half the crowd didn't know who the fuck these women were. Like, so they didn't watch NXT that much. So they don't know who the fuck these guys are unless you're that big of a hardcore fan. You know what they were. Now, I know some people really think it was better than last year's Rumble, because I guess last year was the first one, and they had to rely on a lot of legends to come back.
Yeah, like it was better than last year.
I'll give it that, but I was bored to death. This was just too fucking long. Okay, this shit didn't, and that injury angle at the end, and like I said, there's that whole pointing about people saying Becky looked weak because she won with a bum leg and everything. That was unnecessary. I just felt that went on. But moving on next, the WWE Championship. Ooh, talk about getting shaft right here. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles.
And see, when they first went against each other, that made me happy. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations that it was one of those dream matches that I couldn't wait till Daniel Bryan come back to the company. Hey, you go against AJ Styles and guys like that. So that was a dream match when I first saw it.
But
now it's like this a third. What this a third time?
I think so.
It was a third time. This a third time. It got the AJ Styles Shinsuke effect to it. Like by the time the third time come around, you like okay, can this feud go on now?
And this this crowd was dead.
So you talking about the combination of a dead crowd plus the novelty worn off of the match that you saw like 2 times over already. You really not into this match. Both guys put on a good match. Don't get me wrong, but the feeling, we wasn't feeling the match.
It wasn't like no one didn't really look like they cared, and it wasn't really that bad. I know some people get.
I did get that type of feeling from them. Like they was like they didn't really care too much about.
Yeah, and this went like 25 minutes, by the way, too. This is a 25-minute match, and there was some good parts here and there and stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, you got the angry environmentalist Daniel Bryan, I like to call him, versus the real AJ Styles. Or
there was a lot of holes and
people want to go into Gillette commercials,
manipulation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of submissions. It was just. It wasn't. We wasn't feeling the match.
Yeah, and it like the big spots got a little bit of reaction, and I thought it was funny at one point we said like, Daniel Bryan hurts his leg, stepping on because he's injured, but this dude gets to the fucking top rope, they're about to do a dive.
Right, in the same movement, he gets up and he couldn't get up off his leg after he do the stomp on his chest. And then he gets on the top rope with the same motion. I didn't understand that, but.
Yeah, because he was focusing on his leg throughout half the match and with the damn calf killer and everything out there.
The biggest surprise that is
the ending.
The ending part. When you want to tell them.
Yes, Eric Rowan. And of course a ref bump happened. You got Eric Rowan out there, which looks bigger nowadays.
He did.
I don't know if it's muscle in that, but the guy comes out with a flannel shirt and everything, almost like Bryan, and I'm just sitting there looking at it like, why is he here? And then ref is down, then there's a Styles clash, and then Rowan comes in and just like hits him like a face choke slam. Bryan then hits him with did he hit him with the lock? No, because not the bell lock, but I think he hit him with the running knee after that, and it was pretty much over then. Okay, it was over 1, 2, 3, and then after that.
No, he didn't hit him. And what he did was, remember at the end of the sequence, Rowan came in and chokeslam.
Again, yeah, he went in there again.
No, I'm talking about that was before.
Oh, before.
Because he didn't do the running knee.
Oh, yeah, he didn't do the running knee.
Yeah, it was the chokeslam. Yeah. Then he came over there and crawled 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just covered him. And we're all sitting there like, what the fuck is it? First off, I'm surprised Eric Rowan is still here, okay? I really am. The Bludgeon Brothers are pretty much dead, but by God, I would have brought in Luke Harper for this, okay? Because now I feel like...
That's what I would have picked between the two Bludgeon Brothers. Would be Luke
Rowan
Harper.
is really not that good. He really is. And we've seen him in these roles before of him just being, I guess, the heavy half the time, but... Dude, it just has not worked for him. It hasn't, and he just has gotten hurt in the past, and I'm sitting there wondering, here we go, we got another Wyatt family going on right here, because, hey, let's not use Luke Harper, and for some reason he may join this too, so I'm just going to call us another Wyatt family now, except it's the Vegan Squad, or Raven's Flock, or...
Yeah, that's what I called it earlier, was Raven Flock. And I was thinking about that because I was just reading about Raven the other night. That's the reason why the Raven Flock thing came into my head, because I was thinking to myself like, yes, Daniel Bryan got that Raven type of feel to me. He cut these promos and make you think type of promos.
So it's gonna be a cult, and he's got this flannel shirts on there.
Yes.
They're trying to save the world now. This man Eric Rowan, he was once lost, but now this is the new straight edge society. Like he was once lost, now he is found. Captain Planet, you all eat processed meat, and I'm gonna go against this man because he talked bad about a Gillette commercial or some shit. Whatever people are mad at that about right now. I didn't have no problem with it, but you know, moving on into that, I just said that like, is this feud even gonna continue with AJ? Or are we moving on from this?
I think we're moving on. We should move on.
Because who's next? Who's really the next guy that's really on this level? Who is really now going for WWE? In Brian Taylor, what other faces do we have? I would say Mustafa Ali, but they were kind of hot shotting that shit for a minute. But you know, we're gonna get into that. But this match just was not in a good spot. It wasn't. Crowd didn't give a fuck, and both of these guys are great, but the finish was just like, what the fuck? It felt like it went a little bit too long, and like no one cared because after the Rumble match, maybe it was people almost look at it like a cool down match almost when you look at it.
It was a cool down match,
and like it's a shame. It really is, but they treated like the WWE Championship of mid card for so fucking long now. It makes no sense. But after that, Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor, Universal title, demon.
No, folks, right, I was just about to say, no, folks, there was no demon this time. And demon. I didn't understand that. That was strike one with this match. That was strike one.
This wasn't bad, but I imagine this being short because after the Rumble match, we was already kind of spent from this. I said, how many matches we got left through this again? 3 more matches? Like I said, this wasn't that bad, okay? This wasn't a bad match. I never really believed Finn Balor was going to win to begin. If they did, I would have marked out, but it would be hot-shotting at the same time, too. So it would have hot-shotted that whole fucking thing going on. But, you know, Finn Balor, he pretty much coming out the gates, taking down Brock, even knocked him into the announce table where it looked like, you know, hit himself in the dick, in the gut, as some say. But, of course, Brock's going to come back with his multiple suplexes here and there. Finn was able to get out of it, dodge it, go for a sling blade, hit him with the shotgun drop kick. He did hit the coup de grace, but Brock caught him in a Kimura lock, making Finn tap out. This match went about 8 minutes and 40 seconds because, dude, I say you're lucky if Brock goes over 10 minutes, okay? Dude, most of his matches are under fucking 10 minutes, so don't be surprised if it isn't, okay? And you knew this was going. And then, you know, Brock kicked the shit out of him after the match also.
Hey, the crazy part about it, the match went like all his other matches went. Either one or two ways. Brock Lesnar was going to start off hot, and he was going to cool down, and the smaller guy was going to come in and get his whole spots in. But this time, Finn Balor the one who started off the whole spots. He the one who started off like a rocket. Just came in, drop kick Brock Lesnar a couple of times, had him on the ropes a couple of times. Then Brock Lesnar
couldn't get that 5 at one point,
and he turned around. He turned it around, and the best part to me was the ending sequence. The ending sequence was very good to me.
Oh yeah, the coup de grace into the Kimura lock.
Into the Kimura lock. That was very clever.
Yeah.
And it was a move that you ain't had no other choice but to say Finn Balor had no other choice but to tap out.
He had to tap out from there. So he was done after that. And, you know, Brock beat him up after that. But I think this was a one-off thing, pretty much. I don't know if it's really going to need another match with these two.
No.
Like I said, like, dude, they started pushing Finn Balor because they stopped believing in Strowman, it looked like, after a while. And, you know, I've said this about Finn Balor, like I've said about Sasha's, like, you buried these motherfuckers for so long, but now you want to start pushing them for some reason. Once again, I know we can keep beating this whole AEW thing again, but...
I think that was the AEW effect right there. Now, Finn Balor was the AEW effect.
Yeah, because, like, oh, now you want to push him. You ain't done shit with him except have him smile. And I know people were disappointed there was no demon and everything, but...
But when you wanted the demon to lose...
Would you wanted that? And like I said, I don't know where Balor goes off after this. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match. It was pretty good. You knew it was probably going to be short, but I never believed he was winning. I never did, even though they played up this David versus Goliath thing so many times.
They played it up. They made us think that he had a chance of winning this match. But that's what they were supposed to do. That's the mark of a good promoter.
Yeah, so this wasn't bad, but it was really short, but I'm not surprised. But then we get to the final part of the show, the 30-man Royal Rumble match itself. Once again, more people on commentary, JBL and We fight on Friday nights, Maggle, and Jerry Lawler out there. We're to have Jim Ross back out there, but I don't think JR.
I would love to have Jim Ross back.
But all I see him do is either commentate for New Japan or maybe AEW. I'm heard pretty soon too.
Yeah, everybody going to AEW.
Yeah, everyone's going, man. Everybody named Mama going to AEW. You know, I'm saying, if I'm lucky enough, I'll get a contract too. I'm still hoping it goes out well though, but. They may be getting anybody. They get some good people right now. You had Jericho. You had Pac. So there you go. But the number one person, Elias, was number one in the Royal Rumble. He was about to do his song. Of course, he did his introduction. Next thing you know, Jeff Jarrett, which I don't know why they just didn't give him his old fucking music back. Oh, God, he looked out of shape. He looked like Colonel Sanders from the KFC commercials.
I thought he had a bucket of chicken with him.
Yeah. Honestly, and I know some people popped for this and they were going to do a song together and people did yes chants and everything and he did the strut and stuff. And, but until Elias, he got pissed and started beating up Jarrett. And, of course, he would be the one to do the Qatar shot on him, and hit him with it and knock him out of the ring and eliminate him because they went at. Because, honestly, I kind of buried Jeff Jarrett as it is already. Like, the only reason why this guy even is back and is even in the Hall of Fame because WWE paid for his rehab. You knew that Global Force shit wasn't working and you fucked over Impact again. And I gave him a chance. I gave him a chance when he came back to Impact, but he fucked TNA over again. He thought this GFW shit wasn't gonna work. You caused too many guys to leave, like the fucking Hardys and others. And the guy was an alcoholic, and then they got rid of his ass. But then WWE pays for his rehab and puts him in the Hall of Fame. Then, even though because he was blackballed from WWE because about the whole money thing with Vince years ago, to why he left and went to WCW and stuff, and and everything. Why he was because he dropped the Intercontinental title if they had to pay him first to do that, and then he went to WCW. So I think he's a fucking hack, in my opinion. Like, I don't think the segment wasn't bad, but I just dude, when I first saw him come out there late, this fucking hack Jeff Jarrett.
I didn't understand one thing about it. I know we need some little surprises and stuff like that, but anybody in WWE in the backstage that really thought to themselves that Jeff Jarrett was going to get a pop. Like, I barely even heard anybody in that crowd that even pop for him. He didn't pop because he wasn't. First of all, now I guess legends are born when they get old and people forget that these guys didn't draw a lick of anybody.
They say he had over 1,000 guitars and he never drew a dime. I think Mike Graham said that. Never drew a dime. He had 1,000 guitars.
And never drew a dime. The best thing that Jeff Jarrett ever did to me was, I remember when I was a kid just watching wrestling, and the only thing I remember Jeff Jarrett from was having Deborah right there by him.
He tagged him with Owen Hart, and then he lost to China for the Intercontinental Championship.
That was another thing I remember him with. But so that was the only thing. Like, Jeff Jarrett was never a draw.
Yeah, I'll give him one thing. He helped create TNA. I'll give him that.
I guess we make Hall of Famers out of anybody. Like I said, never a draw.
Like I said, I can't take the WWE Hall of Fame seriously half the time. Half the people they come in there, put in there half the time. Like, some I can, but dude, I just why isn't this person in there yet? Y'all wait till these motherfuckers are dead half the time. Or whatever.
Half dead in his case.
Or half dead, or whoever enemies is Vince with half the time, they're not gonna go in there, or you just put bullshit people in here like this. Because I said this is a bullshit. I thought it was a joke when I heard they put Jarrett in the Hall of Fame. I was like, well, they gotta have a feel good story. You put him in your rehab. You paid for his rehab, so hey, let's put him in the fucking Hall of Fame and bring him back to WWE. This motherfucker tried to sue Impact. It looked like to try to get all that footage back because of that GWN shit. Like, no motherfucker. Like, they're not even using your GFW bullshit over there, okay? You think you can take the tape library from Impact because now you want to work for WWE and come age and try to ruin the people you did create and work for. Oh, I want all the footage back. And then they denied them that shit, the judges, I believe. So, yeah, fuck him for that shit. Fuck him. I don't give no fuck what I said. But, yeah, let me move on. I'm done with my little rant here.
Yeah.
But other than the spot with Jarrett, number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura, we got to see him back again. Because at first I said before, it's kind of sad that he won the Rumble. Now he's the pre-show, but he got to be in the Rumble again this time. People, sang his song. Elias did like an old school arm, walked all the way to the other side of the ring doing old school.
Right, that was very good. He tight roped the ring. Ring rope.
Number 4 was Kurt Angle. Got a big pop out there because I didn't know what Kurt Angle was doing at one point, but Kurt wasn't there long, but I thought he did good though.
Yeah.
Because 5 was Big E after that. He was in the ring because he tried to take out Nakamura, but it didn't work. Kurt hit him with an angle slam after that, but Nakamura got him and he put him on, the top rope thing. He did that knee thing and threw Kurt out of the ring. Number 6, Johnny Takeover himself, the new North American Championship, who had I don't care what anybody says, he had the best fucking match out of the weekend with Ricochet last night. Holy shit, he got a big pop. I made to check out my TV again because I was trying to hear. I didn't want to turn TV because I knew he had other people in other fucking room. I know I'm going to say when he went to turn TV up and stuff, but I am going to have to watch that shit again because that was a big fucking pop. Of course, a big NXT champ for Johnny Gargano to be in the Rumble. I'm like, oh shit, here we fucking go. Like, the man who went against Ricochet last night back out here again. Oh, there is one thing we did forget to talk about before we even got to the Rumble match. Can I say how funny it was that we're doing a halftime heat next week during the Super Bowl, and they pretty much buried Maroon 5 out there because no one gives a fuck about the halftime show. So why don't y'all come to the network and watch this 6-man tag because they showed the footage of what happened after TakeOver with, was it going to be Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet versus Ciampa, Gargano, and Adam Cole, baby. So if you want to see something better during the halftime show next week, watch that because they buried the fuck out of the Super Bowl now.
Vince McMahon is the best at burying other people, other ventures, other media. He's the best at burying them, man. He did a great job of burying the Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, fuck that shit. Let's watch some NXT during the halftime heat. Okay, so I'll be making sure to look forward to that. But other than Johnny getting a big chant, Johnny wrestling in NXT, Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers out next, who was pretty much gone by Gargano right after that. So right gone, and then they
how the mighty has fallen. I'm telling you.
Yes, this man was the WWE champion.
WWE champion.
He's a fucking jobber guy. Again.
Like he was before he got the title on him.
He's just jacked to the fucking gills. That's it.
That's all.
And pretty much they beat up the Singh brothers and put pancakes in their mouth and threw them out. Number 8 was Samoa Joe, who was going in out there, taking out Big E at first. And my friend on Snapchat, he went, for Steve, he said he was hoping Joe was going to eliminate 10 people out there in that match because next thing you know, Kurt Hawkins was number 9 because Joe was killing everybody at first.
I knew he wasn't going to win, but I wanted him to look like a monster.
Yeah, because they fucking jobbed him out to Orton last Tuesday, getting him RKO'd and stuff. Because number 9, there was Kurt Hawkins, who pretty much hid under the ring. Once again, they did the same thing with Vega early in the night, hide under the ring.
We had 2 spots in one night.
Sneaking out of there and stuff and everything. What was next after that? Who was number 10? Seth Rollins, more Phoenix Suns gear.
Yeah. He came out like a ball of fire and
going in on everybody. Number 11, Titus O'Neil, who did not trip to the ring, but he saw Hawkins under the ring and tried to go under and chase him until they got back into the ring then, because once they got back in there, Titus... he went into Hawkins and everything, but pretty much fell out of the ring immediately because Hawkins got rid of him. Samoa Joe started choking him out. Joe threw out Hawkins then after that. He choked him, threw him out. Number 12 was Kofi, which Joe tried to get him, but he couldn't get it because, of course, you're going to get some Kofi saves, and we're going to get to that in a second. 13 was Mustafa Ali, immediately going after Samoa Joe. And pretty much then, I think this is where Ali got elimination, I believe. Nakamura was eliminated because he was on the second rope. And I think, did he eliminate him? Yeah, he knocked him to the floor and eliminated him. So I was like surprised, oh shit, Ali took out Nakamura. What the fuck? Okay. What else did we get? Because he hit that tornado DDT on Gargano then. Like I say, Ali was going great. Number 14, Dean Ambrose. Dude, they ruined his heel turn. I don't care.
Yeah, they did. And it got to the point that I didn't even know Dean Ambrose was out there. It was like Dean Ambrose was out there? What? Huh? Dean Ambrose came out?
Dean Ambrose was still out there because he tried to get rid of Kofi, but Kofi's foot was still up. That they were on like the LED party outside the ring. He pretty much rolled himself in there. I think they're running out of creative spots with this Kofi.
Yeah, they are. They gonna have to stop.
Yeah, because it's just getting a little more or less creative now every year, and it's not even as impressive. And I look forward to it, but now it's like, they're not really coming up with nothing cool anymore. And this wasn't bad how he rolled, but I'm like, I want to see something more creative then after that. Because pretty much then after that, Ambrose took out Gargano, because Gargano tried to do that slingshot DDT, but Ambrose caught him with the dirty deeds and threw Gargano out of the ring. So we didn't see Gargano that long, but at least we got to see him in there.
Yeah, that was a good show about him.
15, No Way Jose. I forgot he still worked in this company.
They didn't forget, and we almost forgot that he was in the Royal Rumble to how fast he got kicked out. I'm surprised
he was there. He was in and he was out. Adam Rose 2.0, and he danced back to the back until 16.
Who have the fastest time? Because it's a Hill, Santino,
or the Warlord, or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Because what else happened after that? 16 was Drew McIntyre, your boy right there, who immediately killed not Dean Ambrose, but No Way Jose and the rest of the Rosebud rejects.
Man, that was my pick right there. That was my pick. I wanted Drew McIntyre to win, but
because they said he was going to be going after Cena, but there was no John Cena in the Rumble, which they said that during the week, but it was never mentioned on TV till now. I'm like, Cena's not in the Rumble?
Yeah,
Strowman replaces him? What?
Yeah, that was a swerve right there.
Swerve and everything, and McIntyre just start going at everybody in the ring and start hitting Claymore kicks because him and Joe had a showdown, and McIntyre Claymore the kick, living shit out of Joe would have kicked in after that. Woods was out next. Once again, Kofi looked like he was throwing out the ring again, but his feet was still up, and they did like a wheelbarrow thing, and he catapulted Kofi back into the ring then, but pretty much then Drew McIntyre eliminated both Woods and Kofi after that. So you got 2 Kofi saves there, folks. Number 18, the Bruiserweight current NXT UK champion, Pete Dunne.
Man, I love Pete Dunne. That's one of my favorite UK wrestlers that came from over there. What they brought into the WWE. And everybody was on Tyler Bates. I was on Pete Dunne.
Yes, Dunne is the man. I kept feeling like he was holding that title for nothing until they made that UK show. But he had a great showing out there. We're going to get to him because this dude is breaking fingers all over the place.
That one spot that he had.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to, Black in a second. But 19 was Andrade. I wanted to say Cien Almas, but it was Andrade.
Yes, Andrade.
Pretty much him and Dunn were going at one point. He had a good DDT on him. 20 was Apollo Crews. I like Crews, but they just don't know. 21, another NXT. Aleister Black going in. Holy shit. He black masked the shit out of Dean Ambrose to eliminate him. And dude, Dean Ambrose was just gone, so I never really thought Dean Ambrose was a big factor in the Rumble to begin with.
First of all, like I said, I did not notice he was in this match. That's how bad this was.
Yes, and like I said, Aleister Black just showed up from the smoke, especially this thing with him and Dunn with the finger. He had to pop his whole finger back in.
Oh, like, that was a nasty
That would be a great
spot.
match if that ever happens one day between Aleister Black versus Pete Dunne. Book that shit. That would be great. Okay.
Yeah. That
would be just awesome after that. But like I said, Black just going in, kicking the crap out of people. 22, Shelton Benjamin. I wish they'd give him his old theme song back, but I'm just surprised to see him.
Right, yes, it was a surprise to see him. Where was he? Where has he been?
Yeah, they don't do that. Even I wonder, like, why did they hire him back now? I don't even get it anymore. Why is he even still here? I don't understand. They've done nothing. Ever since he came back, tag with Chad Gable and disappeared.
That's it.
He was gone. Just like, and Shelton Benjamin's great in the ring, but they don't do nothing. They don't have him do anything, okay? But like I said, Shelton started going in with fucking V-triggers and stuff. He tried, because I think he tried to get Joe, but Mustafa Ali eliminated Samoa Joe, so that feud still continues on right now. That was going to go.
And that was a very surprising right there, that Mustafa Ali getting this type of elimination with with Samoa Joe. You eliminated Samoa Joe. He is getting pushed.
He's getting pushed because I didn't expect to see Ali in there for a long time myself. But he did take out Samoa Joe. 23 was Baron Corbin, the waiter himself. Didn't give a shit and everything. But he just starts going in on everybody in the ring. He eliminated Apollo Crews. I know that. 24 was the Fish or Gyarados known as Jeff Hardy.
Man, everybody it was so crazy. Everybody popped until they saw his costume. I mean, his ring gear. They was like, huh?
What is he wearing? He looked like a fish.
Right.
He just starts going in, twist of fates, whispering the wind on everybody.
Man. It looked like we were watching 2002 Jeff Hardy. That the way he came out like a ball of fire.
Yep, they did that, and pretty much, after Jeff Hardy, I think that's when the whole finger spot came in with Black and Dunn, and then pretty much Corbin just takes out Black and throws him out the ring, and then Dunn was gonna do the finger spot thing on Corbin, but Drew hit him with a Claymore kick and took out Pete Dunne. But they had some good showings out there. I'll say that once again. NXT 25 Rey Mysterio back out there again. 26 Bobby Lashley, who was a fucking waste right here, which with Leo Rush.
It was a waste, but it was a storyline teller.
With Rollins. But it looked like and this is where it was weird. He was on the apron, and it looked like Lashley eliminated himself because it looked like they messed it up, and he just threw himself outside of the ring. He threw himself out because he was still on the apron, and I said, what the fuck was the point of this with Lashley? And then Lashley, of course, he beats up Rollins and throws him through the announce table, which we know what's going to come in after that because we got to give him, build him up in this Rumble. 27, Braun Strowman throws out Shelton Benjamin, throws out Jeff Hardy, throwing him out. So, of course, Strowman's going to be in. 28, Dolph Ziggler, which I don't even know about Ziggler at this point. At one point, I'm hearing stories about him getting a production job they want to offer him now, and he turned it down. And then I'm hearing he may be on AEW. I was reading today he was going to go on a hiatus, but now he's in the Rumble. I just don't know what Dolph Ziggler at this point.
Dolph Ziggler has been dead in the water for so long. It's like the crowd didn't even react to him.
Dude.
And it's a different thing if I didn't know your theme song and I didn't react to you like most of the women was. But you clearly knew this man's theme song. You hear,
no one cares.
Nobody cares, and you can tell.
They don't give a shit about fucking Dolph Ziggler. It's like, I like Ziggler, but he should have left a while ago, okay? They buried him for so long now. Yeah. It's hard to take him seriously. And he eliminates Drew as soon as he gets in there, though. Yeah. When Strowman was trying to take him out.
And you already know the way I'm talking about Drew is the reason, the way I'm talking about Dolph. You know I didn't like him eliminated Drew McIntyre. Yeah. Because that didn't make no sense to me. Are we still going on with this BS feud?
Yeah, we're still continuing this, so why?
Nobody cares about this feud.
Because pretty much then after that, Randy Orton was 29. Him and Strowman had a stare down, which he tried to get RKO, but Strowman power slammed him then, and Strowman was going in on people. And they did that Tower of Doom spot. It was like a double suplex, and Mysterio came in and jumped it after that. But pretty much after 29 and everything.
Remember we were just talking about Nia Jackson. We were going to get 30. Back to her. Number 30 was
supposedly R-Truth, which I had no problem because he was doing his "What's Up" song.
Yeah.
But then Nia Jax came out, and I was like, what the fuck? Why are we seeing this woman 2 times out of night? Some people say she had the best showing out there too. Because in a way, some people did. Because I'm sitting there like, why the fuck is she out here? And she just starts going in on people. Elba and Mysterio. She headbutted Mustafa Ali. He didn't know what to do, and he got eliminated by it, right?
She eliminated her. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, is she supposed to be like the equivalent of China now about being in the Rumble? Because I just feel like no one gave a shit about seeing Nia Jax in here.
No,
okay, no one did. And Orton looked like he's about to set up the RKO, but he just has a stare down with her, and then she takes out Orton in. And, even had Ray at one point, hey, do the 619, and then picks him up. But right at this is what made it all worth it and satisfying right here. Because you don't see men hit women anymore in wrestling. Listen, you saw this shit in the Attitude Era and maybe the early 2000s, but you don't see like this shit anymore. And this was enjoyable. A super kick by Ziggler, a 619 by Rey Mysterio, and to top it all off, a sweet, and I'm sure that's probably one of the most suspenseful. I'm sure people will have wanted to see RKO as much as they wanted to see it. They wanted to see this one. RKO the fuck out of Nia Jax. Mysterio kicked her out. Get that sack of shit out of the fucking ring. I was fucking glad. I was mad at first that, I felt bad for Truth and they screwed him over and everything doing that, just putting this fucking blob in the fucking ring. But because I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. Okay, like I'm done. And this is go back to my area. We all think Becky was gonna be in the men's rumble, but we get some woman in the Royal Rumble. And it's a woman no one actually likes, and she pretty much walked out of the ring after that and was gone and pissed. But I'm just surprised they even let her get to the end like this. I was surprised, but just seeing everybody hit a fucking finisher on Nia Jax was all worth the wait. I was like, get that bitch out of here. Fuck, I was happy to see that shit. Get that fat motherfucker out. But pretty much after Ray took out Nia Jax, immediate RKO on him and throws him out of the ring. Pretty much after that, and what was it? Because he pretty much RKO'd him, but then Andrade threw Orton out of the ring then right after. And then we get to the final four, which are Strowman, Andrade, or just say Almas to make it easier, Ziggler and Seth Rollins, because Strowman saw him out of the ring and he threw Seth back in there. And of course they all tried to jump Strowman, but it did not work. Andrade got thrown out of the ring. Pretty much Ziggler was next to go, which I'm actually surprised Ziggler was even in the end of this long anyway. Right. So I don't think a lot.
He came in late.
He came in late anyways. And then it was between him and Rollins. I'm sure people had a lot of fear that Braun was going to win and face Brock again, because that pretty much was rumored to be at Mania. But of course these two fight on near the outside, and they try to hit each other, but the ending of how it went with Seth getting Braun to the apron and him with the curb stomp ended all from there, winning the Rumble. So I already knew Seth was going to win, because I'm sure me and many other people predicted Seth's going to win the Rumble, because who the fuck else is really going to win the Rumble? Strowman?
Right.
Now, like I said, the right person won, and they sent the crowd home happy, but once again, this match was like 59 minutes, I believe.
Now, that's your regular standard Royal Rumble. It's a 60-minute Royal Rumble
We gave the women 72 minutes.
Right.
This is like a 57-minute Royal Rumble for the men's one. So
right. We have to take a lot of minutes for the men to get to the women.
Because as for the Rumble match itself, it wasn't bad, but once again, this goes back to the argument. It was a little kind of flat on some parts. It was flat. Like, we got to see some NXT call-ups and maybe like 2 returns and a couple returns here and there, but like I said, it's this fucking crowd. Like, they got a little bit more hyped, I felt like, through some of these matches.
Yeah, we were just talking about the crowd all day, all through this podcast. And I did not like the crowd at all. Real talk. I really did not. They were dead most of the time. I hope they don't have another show in Arizona.
Phoenix again, or baseball stadiums or something. They were fucking dead. I did not like Phoenix.
Arizona not a wrestling team?
I guess not. They were good on NXT last night. Takeover, of course. They were hyped for that shit. Other than until after the Gargano and Ricochet match, but still show some enthusiasm or something. Yeah. Because they were just dead throughout a lot of these matches tonight. And maybe because they were, spent from it. But even earlier on, it's like, come on now. Show some fucking initiative or something. The
only time the loudest they was the very first match of the main show of the Becky versus Asuka.
Yeah.
And that was the only time they were really, really...
Yeah, they were hyped for it. And a lot can change with these matches, though. Let's be honest. A lot can change because, yes, Seth did win the Royal Rumble. This is true. But will they try to still make it a triple threat at Mania with Braun? I don't think so.
I hope not.
Unless some screwy thing happens where Seth has to put his thing on the, shot on the line and Strowman wins.
Only reason why I would see them put it into a triple threat match if they don't want Seth to pin Lesnar clean. So they will have him pin Braun instead and have him win the championship like that.
Yeah, because I don't really want to see Brock and Strowman again. I am a beastie boy, okay? I think they just took a turn on Strowman, I think. But once again, he was the last one, near the end of the Rumble. So, he's going to have some way of this. Like I said, Mania's not till another few months. We still got to get through Elimination Chamber. So, a lot can change in these circumstances right now. Because right now, I'm saying Seth's main event in WrestleMania, okay? And I really do believe he will main event WrestleMania against Brock. Unless some shit happens, unless it's some triple threat, or somehow some way they put Braun into this, or I don't know, or whenever the title will be on the line next, I don't know, okay? Because I will say one thing in the Rumble tonight, as overall the show itself, I think this was a good show.
Yeah, it was.
It was entertaining. It was very predictable.
Very predictable.
There was some good. There was some bad parts. I'm not gonna say this was the best thing. I think Vince had to try this time and let's not piss off the fans tonight, and we'll give them something, because I feel like you could just piss everyone off on Raw tomorrow night and maybe SmackDown and somehow, some way screw this up. Because listen, we've seen WrestleMania get screwed up before. Okay, go on, look at last year's Mania. How much of a fucking debacle that was. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. Last year, WrestleMania 34 sucked ass. Okay, Wrestle Kingdom 12 was better than that shit. Argue with me if you want to. Come on, because now I like I said. It was good tonight. It was a good showing, but what is the aftermath throughout all this? Now we got to go from there, because like I said,
you got to remember, right? Everybody picture haven't been set yet. We still got to remember the WWE title picture haven't been set for the Royal Rumble, so they're gonna probably be set at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and even people say Vince may have to really start thinking on these things, because Roman's not here right now, so we can't push Roman to the fucking moon all the time. Unless your new guy is Strowman, which you tried to, and it's not working out right now.
Right.
Because, it's not working out right now. So maybe Seth will win at Mania, because, like I said, I like some things throughout the night. I did like the title matches, like the first one with the women, the SmackDown one, the Raw one. Killed the tag team division. Killed the fucking tag with Miz and Shane winning.
Right.
We didn't even see them in the Rumble.
And killed the bar right along with it.
You killed the bar. Listen, other than the final minutes of the Women's Royal Rumble, I still think I'm going back what I said earlier. I felt that this match felt boring at some points. There was a lot of sloppy botches. I feel like NXT was the only kind of bright spots into it in the final minutes. Now it's the whole thing of Becky looking weak on a little parts, maybe, but I don't agree with everybody on what they've said tonight about Becky looked weak.
The only part I can say is the last part, which is the injury part. You could have did.
Oh yeah, that injury shit went too long. That the end of bum leg thing. Okay, come on now, this is going a little bit too long now. This is forever. Come on. You just already told me she was winning the Rumble to begin with. So people wanted it, and there you go. But I already know some people are arguing about Becky being in the Rumble. Oh, she tapped out. Sasha didn't tap out, and she could have did this. And I agree on some level of it. But like I said, we'll see what happens after that. Most likely on SmackDown, or she'll show up on Raw to call her Ronda tomorrow night. I don't know. But the WWE title match, that was just in a bad spot.
Yeah, it was in a bad spot.
Crowd didn't give a fuck
about this.
And match. Eric Rowan was even more confusing wherever this vegan group thing is going now. So it was hard to care about this match, and no one cared.
It's trade as society,
and they're great in the ring, so no one gave a fuck.
Right? That's so crazy. That hurt. As a wrestling fan, you would like to see the people who work hard for the fans get a good reaction, but this time you just felt bad for them because the novelty is wearing off now, and we want a new view now, and it wasn't no fault of theirs that we want to move on, but that was what it was. And
Brock and Finn was pretty good for what it was. It was short. I kind of expected it to be short. it was good for what it was. I'll go with that. And it was really good. So, but you all knew Brock was winning, okay? So there's no really surprise. Was this a one-off thing? I really do believe it was. And as for the Royal Rumble itself, the main one, like you said, it was flat.
The right person won.
Right person won. It was this show was predictable, okay? Most of the show was very predictable. And I just thought the Rumble match itself was flat. Like I said, NXT, they got some good spots out there. They had a good showing and everything. But, I don't know. I'm not saying nothing was really missing from the Rumble or anything. But like I said, you had your spots here and there. And this is what you got. But overall, the show was just too fucking long, though.
Yeah, it was.
This was long. I was ready for it to end after the first women's
Rumble. We were fatigued. I was fatigued.
I was like, come on, man. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm ready for this shit to end now. I'm tired.
Right.
I want to go home now.
We got to go to work.
Folks got shit to do, okay? I want to go, and I'm sure there's going to be more reviews and stuff throughout the night, and I want to go and play PlayStation right now. So I've seen what I saw tonight, because I'm sure I'm going to be talking to my neighbor about this throughout the week, and it's gonna be a lot more discussion into this thing. And like I said, we got Raw tomorrow night, we got SmackDown the next day, so we'll see what goes on from here. Because like I said, the road to WrestleMania now technically begins, so we don't know what's going with what right now. And like at this point, I'm still saying Seth's main event in the show. Okay, I'm still not with this idea of putting the women in the main event. Okay. I'm not hating on it, but like I said, WWE does this first time ever shit so much, and I've just been people saying for months, like, we gotta make it triple threat.
That's the only way I can see things are going that way if they just force it down our throat and say, hey, you going to like this women main event. Okay, Vince, okay.
Yeah, we need those media outlets, but here's the thing, like I said, don't go out there and have a bad match when you do this stuff. It's like, if you're gonna make it, make sure the match is ready. Like, don't say first time ever and then something doesn't look that good. Because I've said before, the world champion should main event the show.
No matter what the situation is, the world champion should main event the show.
Because now y'all confusing, like, oh, the women man and the men who won this. Oh, well, wins this one wins it. Like, make up your mind which one's gonna be. But we'll find out if this happens, because we already seen them throw out the shots, and Becky threw it out last Tuesday. I'm gonna main event WrestleMania, so they're already throwing out the seeds out there. So we're gonna see. We will see throughout the show. But any final thoughts on the Rumble? Everything in the show tonight, and anything leading after this. Final thoughts on this?
No, it was a good match. I mean, good show. Like you said, it was just too long, 7 hours. Nobody need all that wrestling. Other than that, the right person won the Rumble. Everybody got sent home happy. Overall, it was a good show.
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, long as fuck, but it was very entertaining. It was a very good show. Will I say TakeOver was better than this? Other than, Gargano and Ricochet match, maybe to an extent, because usually I would just say TakeOver are just better than these fucking main roster shows, because they end up shooting themselves in the foot on every fucking main roster show. Tonight, they didn't really shoot themselves on the foot. On some parts, yes, but I guess they didn't want to piss off that many people this time, so they got lucky on this one for the main roster. They really did. You had some good title matches. The right people won the Rumble. Very predictable. Even though I felt some parts were really boring and bad, and sloppy botches here and there, and this fucking crowd was dead tonight. This was a very good to entertaining show. Predictable, yeah, but it was still good. But how we're gonna end off from here? This is a long review. We're down in like 2 hours with this, so it was a lot to discuss right here. I gotta go work on the editing from this. I'll probably edit this when I get home, because this is late as fuck right now. So I am out of here. Comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about the show tonight. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Is there anything you'd like to say, anything before you sign out?
Yes, anybody who would like to follow me on Facebook at Kyle Coleman. And that's about it. Thank you for having me on the show,
Yes, thank you. So we are out, signing off from here. I got a lot of editorial to do before I go to sleep tonight, because it's going to be a lot of fucking snow tomorrow to where I live. So a lot of snow. So I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.